Hello and welcome to this show. In a world where Africa often makes headlines for its struggles, poverty, corruption, coups, terrorism, war, famine, disease, there's something refreshing about a good news story. And today we have a story about courage, vision, and yes, cocoa. Burkina Faso, a landlocked nation in West Africa, has just inked a $4 billion cocoa agreement. The deal involves 19 international companies from Europe, Asia, and Africa. It also includes a guarantee that the price of the cocoa will rise 10% year on year until 2032. And it is all set to revolutionize both the global cocoa industry and the future of the country. Burkina Faso is a major producer of cotton, gold, and livestock. But the real game changer could turn out to be cocoa. From small farms in the Cascades region to boardrooms in Europe and Asia, this is the untold story of how one of the world's poorest nations stepped into one of its sweetest trades. And the man leading this bold move, Captain Ibrahim Traoré, the young, fiery president reshaping Burkina Faso's destiny. He is only 34, he came to power in a military coup in 2022, and last week he sealed the biggest cocoa deal in history, an astounding $4 billion over 10 years. I recently made a video on the rise of Ghana and Ivory Coast in the cocoa industry. Check that video out after this one if you haven't already. Well, now another West African nation is looking to make waves in the cocoa world. Burkina Faso is entering the global cocoa trade with a bang, and it's got the world's attention. Now, you might be thinking, what's the big deal? Another cocoa deal, right? Well, hold on, because this agreement is not your average trade deal. It's got a lot of firsts. First, it is the first time in history that a poor African nation has secured such a massive investment for its agriculture sector. Second, it's the first deal of its kind that guarantees rising prices for farmers every year, shielding them from the usual market volatility. And third, it is the first time in recent history that an African country has managed to get top dollar for its produce, establishing itself as a major player in the global supply chain. The numbers are mind-boggling: $4 billion, 200,000 farmers, 19 international companies, 2032, 10 years. But this deal is about much more than just the bottom line. It's about transforming lives. Burkina Faso is one of the poorest countries in the world. Its economy is ranked 168 out of 191 nations. The average income per person is around $700 a year. But beneath these statistics lie vast potential. The Cascades region, home to around 200,000 farmers, produces some of the finest cocoa beans in the world. Rich, aromatic, and creamy, they have the potential to compete with the best in the industry. Until recently, though, the farmers of Burkina Faso were stuck in a cycle of poverty. They lacked access to markets, infrastructure, and fair prices. The beans were often exported to neighboring Ivory Coast or Ghana, where middlemen reaped most of the rewards. But all that changed last week when President Ibrahim Traoré sealed the deal of the century. The agreement guarantees the sale of 400,000 tons of cocoa annually to a consortium of international buyers. That's nearly double the current production. The deal also commits the buyers to pay a fixed minimum price for each kilo of cocoa, shielding farmers from market fluctuations and ensuring a steady income. This deal is expected to transform the lives of farmers. Take 35-year-old Mariam Ouedraogo, for example. She's a farmer in a village called Paim in the Cascades region. Her family farm spans 5 hectares of land and produces around a ton of cocoa each year. With the new deal, she can expect a guaranteed income that will allow her to invest back into her farm, buy better seeds, hire more workers during harvest time, and ultimately produce more cocoa. She lines also receive training on new farming techniques that will boost her yields and ensure higher quality beans. But the benefits go beyond just higher prices and training. The deal includes investments in local infrastructure, schools, and healthcare facilities, which will improve the quality of life for villagers like Mariam. No more traveling long distances to sell their cocoa or risking their children's futures by sending them to work on cocoa farms instead of school. Let me tell you about the man behind this sweet revolution. His name is Ibrahim Traoré. He is the president of Burkina Faso and he is only 34. He came to power in a military coup in 2022, promising to tackle corruption and revive the economy. He's been making bold moves like slashing the size of the government, promoting investment, and diversifying the economy away from cotton and gold. Traore's vision is nothing short of extraordinary. He wants to make Burkina Faso self-sufficient, end the dependence on foreign aid, and lift his people out of poverty. He knows that the key to this transformation lies in the country's vast agricultural potential. That's why he's invested heavily in the sector, promoting new crops, improving irrigation, and providing subsidies to farmers. One of his most ambitious projects is the National School of Agriculture, a modern state-of-the-art facility that will train a new generation of farmers. True to his word, the young captain is delivering on his promises and changing the narrative of his country. So let's take a closer look at how this deal came together. The talks were led by Burkina Faso's Minister of Economy, Finance and Development. The minister played a pivotal role in shaping the deal, working tirelessly to secure the best possible terms for the country. Their strategy was twofold. Firstly, they wanted to attract international buyers by offering high-quality beans at competitive prices. Secondly, they wanted to negotiate terms that would ensure long-term stability and growth for the industry in Burkina Faso. The result was a deal that not only brought in much-needed investment, but also set the stage for a new era in cocoa production. Let me tell you about the buyers. They come from all over the world, including Europe, Asia, and Africa. Each brings unique expertise and resources to the table, forming a powerful coalition committed to supporting Burkina Faso's cocoa industry. The partnership includes Barry Callebaut, a Swiss chocolate and cocoa manufacturer, and ICOM, a global leader in sustainable cocoa production. Other partners include Japanese trading companies, Marubeni and Sumitomo, and China's state-owned COFCO International. Now let's talk numbers. Over the next 10 years, the buyers are committed to investing $4 billion in Burkina Faso's cocoa sector. This investment will cover everything from buying the cocoa beans to building processing plants to training farmers. What's more, the price of the cocoa will increase by 10% each year, guaranteeing the farmers a steady income and shielding them from market fluctuations. The deal also includes provisions for reinvesting a portion of the profits back into farming communities, building schools, clinics, and rural roads. So it's not just about economics, it's about empowering local communities and driving sustainable development. Experts believe that this deal could be a game changer for several reasons. Firstly, it marks a significant departure from the traditional model of cocoa production, where African farmers often struggle with poverty and exploitation. By guaranteeing rising prices, investing in infrastructure, and committing to sustainable practices, this deal offers a beacon of hope for farmers across the country. Secondly, the deal reflects a growing trend among consumers to demand ethically sourced and sustainably produced cocoa. By partnering with Burkina Faso, international buyers gain access to high-quality beans while supporting a government committed to transparency and good governance. Finally, the deal showcases the potential for African countries to take control of their economies and shape their own destinies. Instead of relying on foreign aid or exploitative trade deals, Burkina Faso has secured a partnership that prioritizes its interests and empowers its citizens. However, there are also challenges associated with this deal. As with any ambitious undertaking, there is the risk of unforeseen circumstances such as extreme weather events or changes in consumer demand impacting the cocoa industry. Moreover, the success of the deal hinges on the ability of Burkina Faso's government to deliver on its promises and ensure that the benefits of the partnership are felt by all. Despite these challenges, the future looks bright for Burkina Faso. The country has a strategic location, abundant natural resources, and a population eager to embrace new opportunities. With visionary leadership, strategic partnerships, and a commitment to sustainable development, Burkina Faso is poised to become a major player in the global cocoa market. The $4 billion cocoa agreement is more than just a trade deal. It's a testament to what can be achieved when nations, businesses, and farmers come together with a shared vision. It is a blueprint for other African countries seeking to diversify their economies and improve the lives of their citizens. In conclusion, Burkina Faso's entry into the global cocoa trade marks a significant shift in the industry. The country's commitment to quality, sustainability, and fair trade practices sets it apart and positions it as a valuable partner for international buyers. With a strategic plan in place and visionary leadership at the helm, Burkina Faso is poised to make substantial strides in the coming years. The $4 billion cocoa deal is a shining example of what can be achieved when African nations take charge of their economies and embrace innovative solutions to drive growth and prosperity. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe for more content. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring the world with us.